Congressman, if you would stay with me, we're going to go to the phones, and we have Vic on line one. Vic, go ahead. Very quick.
Tillawi, I want to congratulate the Congressman for taking a stand against the war. But I want to ask also, wasn't Congresswoman Barbara Lee one of the first ones to object to the war, and also Congresswoman McKinney? My second question is, the man out there, the prosecutor from Los Angeles wrote the book, the prosecution of George Bush for murder. I wanted to know if the Congressman has read the book, and it was on the New York Times bestseller list, and does he have an opinion on that book?
Okay. All right. Thank you, Vic.
Well, first of all, I'm not sure about Congresswoman Lee and McKinney. I would assume Congresswoman Lee actually voted against the resolution to go to war against the Taliban that was passed on September 14th. She was the only member of the House of Representatives, actually the only member of both chambers to vote against that resolution, so it would not surprise me if she had voted against the Iraq War resolution as well. Congresswoman McKinney, I'm not sure about how she voted on the Iraq War resolution. With regard to the book written by the former prosecutor from, I think, Los Angeles,
right.
There's one snag that I think. I'm not an attorney. I'm an engineer by training. But constitutionally speaking, I think he runs into the problem in that it's not murder if it is allowed by law. And the reason I say that is because the Iraq War resolution gave authority to the president to essentially declare war on Iraq. And unless the prosecutor is going to take the Congress to court in abrogating its duty to declare war under Article 1, Section 8 of the Constitution, he'll have, in my opinion, I think he would have a very difficult case to suggest, not that, to suggest that George Bush did something unlawful. H.J. Res 114, I think it was, and S.J. Res 23 gave lawful authority to the President of the United States to go to war against Iraq. And I think it would be difficult to argue a case that something that is given the force of law is an illegal act.
Okay. We don't have a lot of time left, but I want to know what John Hostettler think the future of America will be, let's say, in the next 5 to 10 years. How does it look like?
I think that we could go in several directions. I think history informs us that we are coming out of a very unpopular war. The party
are we coming out though? Are we coming out?
Well, what I'm saying is, let me say this. Politically speaking, the party in power that put us into war is the party and the president. The party is going to change, and the war is very unpopular. So if you liken this back to the 1970s, when we got out of a very unpopular war, and America wanted to deal with war no more, you might say, we turned to a very liberal governor from the state, former governor from the state of Georgia. And he took us in a direction whereby we stopped paying attention to our military. We stopped paying attention to foreign affairs. We took a very dovish approach, and the Iranian embassy was taken over. The Shah was removed from power. Russia invaded, the Soviet Union invaded Afghanistan. And he, as commander-in-chief, was powerless to command U.S. foreign policy. And as a result of that, Ronald Reagan became president. I think that we are in the process of going through very tumultuous times as the result of the American people losing faith in the government and wanting to radically change the leadership in our government.
Congressman, we only have less than a minute left. Tell our viewers how they can get a copy of your book.
Well, thank you, Dr. Tillawi. You can acquire a copy of the book by going to the website nothingforthenation.com and clicking on the button to purchase a copy of the book. It's Nothing for the Nation, Who Got What Out of Iraq, and you can acquire it by going to nothingforthenation.com.
Now, are you personally signing the book for people who order it?
I can if they
request
ask,
it.
I can do that. I should.
Very good.
I can do that.
I will go on that website and I will ask you to sign a copy for me. Congressman, I just wanted to say thank you very much for coming on the program as we are completely out of time. Thank you again, sir, for coming on.
Thank you, Dr. Tillawi, for inviting me.
Thanks. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we will see you next Thursday. It was an excellent program. Good night.